Welcome to Learning Algebra with Ms. Rodriguez. By the end of this video, you will understand evaluating functions. So recall, we now know function notation, which is just a special way of representing what the x value input would be and finding the output. Here I have multiple different functions. I have an f of x function, g of x function, and h of x function. Because I am told to find the g of 5, I need to use the function called g. So I'm going to use this function rule. Now, because 5 is being told that is my input value, then that means my x can be replaced with the number 5. So I'm going to go ahead and replace my x with 5. But I'm going to keep my function rule plus 2. So everything else that is not the variable x stays the same. And now I'm going to simplify. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So g of 5 is equal to 7. 7 is the output. So that is my input, 5, and 7 is my output, which can also be represented as x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 7. So in order to sketch a graph of an equation, we can use a function table, which is essentially just replacing x multiple times into the function so that we can get the outputs. So I can go ahead and replace x in the equation with -2, -1, then 0, then 1 and 2, and find all of the outputs. If you wanted to save time and you had access to a graphing calculator, you can also use a graphing calculator to get a table where it'll do the math for you. So here is my function, -x squared plus 3. You can follow the steps provided to type into your graphing calculator to get a table. So if you do it correctly, you should end up with step 3, where you have an image of a table. You have x values and y values. Recall that your y values is the same thing as your f of x. So this table right here is what would get replaced to put into my table here. If I am trying to do this by hand, then I would have to do multiple evaluating functions. So by hand, I would have to go ahead and everywhere I see x, replace it with a number. Notice that I have parentheses around where the x value will be, and sometimes that creates a double negative. I would still get the same answer, so I'm still going to end up with the same answer the table gave me. Sometimes it is easier to do it by hand, and sometimes it is easier to use our tools. So for my first one, just to show you that it is in fact the same, -2 squared gives me +4, but then it's -4. So -4 plus 3 gives me -1, just like my table gave me. If I were to go ahead and simplify my second one, I would get 2, then I would get 3, 2, and -1. Once you have a table, you can go ahead and plot these ordered pairs in order to get your graph. Because I know my function is an x squared function, I know this is a quadratic, so I should have some U-shaped image when I plot my points. I do have this U-shaped image, however, it's upside down, which can sometimes happen. Once you've plotted the points, you want to go ahead and connect everything to have kind of a rough sketch of what this would look like. We can also do operations with functions when we have function tables. So from our earlier example, I'm going to fill in my function table for my g function and my h function. So just to recall, my g of x function was x plus 2. So if I go ahead and replace x with -4, I get -2. So I did that to create my function table, and then my h of x function is equal to 2 to the power of x. I did end up using my calculator, which I did get fractions. So -2, the output is 1 over 4, and for -1, the output is 1/2. Fractions are possible, especially with exponential functions. Once you have a function table, we can do operations with functions, or you just kind of want to combine your function notation ideas. So here I have g of -2. So g of -2 means I need to look at what is my output when x is -2 in my g function. So here's my g function. And when x is -2, my output is 0. So that means that this first number is going to be the number 0 because g of -2 is asking for what is the output. Then I want to look at my h function. So here, this means look at my h function. And when x is 1, what is my output? Well, in this case, my output is 2. So I can go ahead and replace that with 2. So now my operation is simply stating to add. So 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow educators or students.